Hello and welcome to Sivan's SAP training in association with the AMB IT Services and Technologies, Hyderabad. In this session, I would like to explain you all about the order to cash flow in SAP SD, ECC or S4HANA in both the versions, how it works. In each and every phase, each and every stage of the document flow, how the process works, that we are going to see in this particular uh, slide sharing session. So let me get into this. So this is how the order to cash process flow works. So majority of the times you people will be facing during your interviews that what is your client's business process? So normally any client's business process is O2C or OTC, order to cash, or order to O2C is also order to cash. That means the sales order is created, followed by the subsequent documents like delivery will be created, and then billing document is created. Once the cash is received from the customer, that is, that particular transaction is totally completed. So this is how it looks like, the sales order process. First, what we do, we use the transaction code VA01 to create the sales order, and we can go to VA02 transaction to see the schedule lines, whether they are confirmed or not. So not only VA02, VA03 also we can go. And we can cross-check whether the stocks are available or not. In the transaction code MMBE, the stock validation, that is, check inventory is available or not. Then, for the process of picking, packing, and goods issue, we need to go to the VL01 in transaction. We need to create the delivery for the sales order. With reference to the sales order, we need to create a delivery. Then, in the creation screen itself, you can complete the picking, packing, everything. Otherwise, once it is saved, again, you can go to the VL02 in transaction. There you can do the picking and validate delivery is complete in document flow or not, and then post goods issue. Once we complete the post goods issue, the ownership will be transferred from the business to the customer. Then we need to validate again the check inventory is reduced or not in MMBE transaction code. So in another screen, we might have opened this MMBE transaction. When you click on that refresh button, then whatever the quantities were there, those quantities might have updated. So that is including VBFA document flow also, it will get updated. Then we will create, or the system will allow us to create the billing document for the outbound delivery. Otherwise, it won't allow. Once the PJ is completed, then only it is due for billing, and then we can create the outbound invoice. Then VF02, if it is blocked for processing, blocked for accounting, so then we need to go to VF02 to release it to the accounting, or we can do it through the VFX3 transaction code also. So here, once it is released, then the accounting entry is posted. So debit account is receivable, credit account or sales account is revenue account. So whereas here, the customer, when the customer clears the payment, credit account receivable, debit account, it debits the bank account. So then if you go to VA03 again, the transaction code, specify your sales order, whatever you have created for this complete transaction. If you see the document flow, each and every document level, like sales document is completed, delivery document is completed, PJ is completed, and then billing document also completed, accounting document is in cleared status. So this is what the complete order to cash document flow happens. So that is what we must always understand. And these things, you have to always keep it in your mind during your interview processes. So let me go to the next slide. So what happens? First, VA01 create sales order. Here we will input the order type and the sales area. So without order type and sales area, the system will not allow you to go to the next screen, that is sales order creation initial screen. Order type, it classifies that the differences between different types of sales documents like inquiry, quotation, cash sales, and rush order. So each and every document specifies one type of business processes. So sales organization is an unit responsible to take care of sales negotiations between customer and organization. Distribution channel, it is a medium through which the products or services reach the end customer. maybe wholesale or retail or direct sales, for example. Division, we can typically define it as a group of materials or products or services. Then once you enter into the sales order creation screen, you need to specify the sold to party. And if the ship to party is different, automatically the system will pop up. There you need to select the ship to party, and then we need to enter the material and the corresponding quantities. So customer PO number also, it is optional. Sometimes it is mandatory. Sold to party, we all know that who places order with the company. Ship to party, who receives the products from the company. And bill to party, who receives the bill. Payer, who pays the bill or who settles the bill. Material, which is nothing but it's part of sales activity with customer in terms of trading. So normally we do the trading with the customers. Customer reference. It is an unique identification number of a customer to identify whether it is an inquiry or a quotation. And here, one more important thing we must always remember that during your interviews, they will ask you the question, requested delivery date. What is the importance of requested delivery date? It is the date proposed by the system, the proposed delivery date by which the customer should receive the delivery of the goods. So normally, even in e-commerce portals also, whenever we try to place the order, the system will propose you the expected delivery date. That is based on the background settings, background complete integral part of availability check processes and all. By calculating everything, if the product is available, then it will confirm the requested delivery date. So that is why we require this one. And create standard order, save. And then once we create the sales order by providing all those details. So it is a document between customer and the business. And the sales order contains the information like about the goods or services, the pricing, completed information, delivery information like delivery dates and corresponding confirmed quantities, shipment info like route, billing info, everything it will contain. So while saving it, you need to click on the check incompletion log button, whether any incompleteness is there or not. So based on that one, once the document is completed, then the system will allow you to save the sales order. So go to edit incompletion log, check whether the document is complete. If it is complete, then save the sales order. Then again, go to VA02 transaction to validate or to confirm whether the schedule lines are confirmed or not as per the customer requested delivery date. Schedule lines. It contains all the delivery related information. Please remember one more thing. No schedule lines means no delivery. Schedule lines are nothing but delivery dates and corresponding confirmed quantities of a line item. So sales order contains multiple line items. That means each and every line item will have its own schedule lines. The schedule line contains the quantity for the customer's first requested delivery date. The confirmation schedule line contains the quantity that is deliverable for the date entered as per the availability check process. So this is what you can choose the availability check indicator to see the schedule lines confirmation also. So this is the confirmation of schedule lines. So here, before creating the outbound delivery, so we can validate whether the stocks are available or not in the transaction code MMBE. So like this, the moment you input the material and the plant and execute, you will get the information. Here in this scenario, this particular material has got 500 units are available in unrestricted use, that is free use. So once the stocks are available, if the quantity, the customer placed an order of 100 units, so that means we have enough quantities are available. So we can easily do the delivery document creation. Then we need to create the outbound delivery. So two ways we can do. Directly, you can create VL01 in transaction, or you can go to the sales order, VA03 transaction or VA02 transaction. From there also, we can create the delivery document. So what is the advantage when we try to create from the sales order? The system will automatically propose the shipping point. That is the advantage. So then here it looks like this is the outbound delivery screen. So where automatically the delivery quantity, everything will come. Then we need to do the picking, packing and all. So let us go to the next screen. Delivery document. It is used by the shipping team, that is distribution team. We will call it as nowadays. Shipping team is nothing but distribution team. A separate team is now working. They are also SD consultants only, but then they are meant for the distribution purpose only. They are responsible for picking, packing, loading, and dispatch of goods for the purpose of tracking shipment-related activities. So depending upon delivery schedule, what quantity of material to be supplied on what date are maintained in the sales order. Goods are picked, packed, loaded, and dispatched accordingly. So these are the things which we need to always remember. The delivery document which answers the below questions. What quantities of goods are picked? Out of picked quantity of goods, how much quantity of goods are packed? Out of packed quantity of goods, how much quantity of goods are loaded for transportation? What quantities of goods have been dispatched for order fulfillment? That means whatever the sales order, that is the target quantity, order quantity, whether it is completely confirmed and then they are doing the picking, packing, and then loading or not. That is what the delivery document says. Sometimes what happens, partial deliveries also happens for some of the customers. That is why we need to remember all these points. We have to take these points into the consideration. See, this is the create outbound delivery. If I create using the transaction code VL01N, so we need to specify the shipping point, selection date, and the sales order here. So then go to VL02N transaction code picking tab. You need to pick the quantities, same quantities you wanted to pick. Yes, you can. Or otherwise you wanted to do it first under 50 units, then you can do the 50 quantity delivery quantity. That only we can do the PGA. Picking. So that means pulling out the materials from the picking location or storage location or a warehouse. Packing. Packing the picked materials into cartons or boxes or containers or pallets. So whatever the ease of packing material for the particular material, we will do it. For example, if you at all you wanted to give it a courier, I wanted to send one courier from one place to another place. If it is a paper, then we will use only cover. Whereas if it is a material, I wanted to use it as a box. I have to pack it in the box and then do the courier. The similar way, based on the material, we have to choose the packaging material. Special packaging is required for materials like cold storage, chemicals, or glass materials. Yes. Loading. Whatever the packed materials are loaded onto a truck for transportation purpose, that loading will be completed. Then you do the save the outbound delivery. So then again go to VL02NN. This is the transaction. The delivery has been saved. From here also you can do the post goods issue. This is the most important process in outbound delivery. If you click on the post goods issue, the ownership will be changed from the business to the customer. Till the post goods issue is not completed, so the ownership lies with the business only. And in fact, we cannot stop the triggering of post goods issue, as we have already seen in our previous videos also. Dispatch of goods issue, that is PGI. It's nothing but the transferring the ownership of the goods from business to customer. Loaded truck leaves our premises for order fulfillment. Movement of materials, that is 601 goods issue delivery, leads to material document generation and the corresponding accounting documents. Movement type, which is the SD and MM integration part. The movement type means the physical or logical movement of a material leading to a change in the inventory. Once the goods issue is completed, then we can see the difference in the stocks reduced in MMBE transaction. This material document contains material, quantity, and movement type information and the goods recipient also. The accounting documents are posted here again. So this is the interview question again. When we do the PGI, what all the accounting documents are posted? Material document MB03 is created to inventory and cost of goods sold account is debited FB03. Both we can see in the next slide. Here we are. So this is the document flow, sales order, since it is created and subsequently it is complete referenced, so it is completed. Delivery document, it is being processed because it is for this, there is no invoice got created. That is why it is in being processed state. So you can see here, click on document overview, validate the document flow, whether the delivery is completed or not. Then select the goods issue delivery, go to the document flow, display document. So here we can see 601 goods issue delivery, the plant, and he is the goods recipient. This is an interview question again. They will ask you how to identify the person who has received. Anyhow, the ship to party is always there in the outbound delivery. In the material document also, it will confirm that he is the receiving party, that is the goods recipient. So material documents. In SAP, contain materials or goods are either issued from or received into inventory. Any material movement is addressed through the term goods received or goods issue in SAP. Each material movement is associated and identified with movement type. So that is defined by the consultants normally. It is the role of consultants only. Material document and our accounting document will be generated for every material movement, inward or outward. So definitely there is one material document and accounting document. Movement type determines the following. The accounting entries, that is GL account to be posted, quantity to be updated, controls, field display, and type of transaction. What kind of a transaction? It is goods received or goods issue. So here now you can see, again go to the VL02N transaction where we can see the FI document. Click on the accounting documents. There we can see accounting document, profit center document, and special purpose ledger document. In the right hand side, you can see the document number, that is goods issue number. So this validate the finance or accounting documents. You can see here the finished goods inventory 6,000 minus, and then cost of goods sold is plus. So because it has been reduced from the inventory and it has been added to the cost of goods sold account. Then again go to MMBE transaction. Earlier it was 500 units. After the post goods issue, it has become 400 units. That means the stock has been utilized. So that is what we need to validate. Another 400 units are available for unrestricted use or free use. So this is the, again, MMB stock overview transaction. Then finally, we need to create the billing document. The moment you type VF01 in the system, automatically the system will propose the outbound delivery. So here we need to cross-check whether the outbound delivery is completely referenced or not. The billing document, which serves as a basis for the creation of invoices for customers. Typically, the paper versions of invoices are generated with output conditions maintained for a particular billing document type. That means based on the output determination, which we have seen in our previous videos. Billing documents provide the following functionality, which creates invoices, create credit or debit memo requests, cancel the previously created billing documents which are not necessary or which are not required, and integration with SAP FI and GL accounts, especially for the automatic portions of the GL accounts. So this is how the invoice looks like. So without any issues, it will allow us to create the invoice for the outbound delivery. Here you can see, so this is how the net value and then product and what kind of material, pricing date, service rendered date. So all those details will be captured. So this capturing happens based on the copy controls right from sales order to delivery and delivery to billing document. Without copy controls, this will not possible, and then this is absolutely not possible to complete the transaction. Once the invoice document is created and saved, see here we can see the accounting documents. We can click on the accounting button. We can see accounting document, profit center document, special purpose ledger document, controlling document, and profitability analysis document. So you can see the document flow also. So this is the customer account is in plus only. Once we receive the account amount from the customer, it will become minus, and this will sales revenues becomes plus. So this will be total document will be transferred to RV, that is accounting in document, and from there they will take it forward how to do the accounting knockoff. So this is the document flow which we need to observe clearly. See which we can use the table called VBFA. In the table we can see now the sales order is in completed status because it is referenced completely in the outbound delivery, and the delivery is also in completed status. Picking request, goods issue also is in completed status because this delivery document is completely referenced. With reference to the delivery document, invoice got created. It is in now completed status. Then accounting document which is not yet cleared, this will be totally taken care by the FSCO team, finance team. So this is how the status, if it is in open status or being processed status, then we need to do the investigation again, why this order or delivery is in being processed or in open status. That is why we use the table VBFA table. The document flow shows how far the sales order has been processed and the status of each subsequent document, whether it is in open or completed status. The individual documents from document change, and the document flow gives us an overview of the subsequent documents and their status. Thank you all. Have a nice day.